Hello and welcome everyone. Today I have decided to do a bullet journal video because there are quite a few things that I do in mine that are different from what I've been able to find on YouTube, so I thought it would be worthwhile to share it with you. Um, at the very least, to see how you can modify this to meet your own needs. And I know that's what the bullet journal is all about, but I've integrated some really specific needs that weren't being met by my Erin Condren. I'll show you what I mean. So my Erin Condren was turning into this constantly. I was scribbling everywhere, hot mess. This was actually when I was brainstorming for what I wanted to do with my bullet journal. Just a complete and utter mess. So I still use my Erin Condren, just not for my day-to-day stuff. I do it as a planner, like for my appointments, my business activities. That's more work-oriented. This is more daily practices. This is something that I go to every single day. Okay, so here we go. I just did a title page. I honestly, I don't care about the whole Leuchtturm 1917, how they have the table of contents in the front. I mean, I know myself and I'm not going to use it. And I know that a lot of people don't, or they just kind of give up on it. So that wasn't really a motivation for me to get that specific book. I did a calendar. One of the great things about a bullet journal is if you have any type of perfectionism issues like this one right here, you're going to have to throw it out the window. It's a really great practice for just scrapping the whole perfection. As you can see, I jacked up the calendar. I forgot April 30th and the lines are messed up. I'll live. But it's just like from the very beginning, it's like you're going to mess up on it. It's okay. You go through it quickly. It's not a big deal. I'm pretty minimalist with my bullet journals, but I do add glitter washi because glitter washi is my thing. And a few doodles. March is my birthday month. I thought I'd, add a little pizzazz to it. And then I'll do this each month so that it's easy to find on the edges. I'm only in 2 months, so I'm excited to see what it looks like by the time I've completely filled it up. Okay, this should look familiar now for the traditional bullet journal style. You see habit trackers if you've been watching these. So this is pretty typical, and this I absolutely love. I've heard some people are kind of like they feel bad about their habit tracker or something like that. I don't care. I noticed that I absolutely suck at intermittent fasting. It's not something that's good for my lifestyle and excuse me, the hours that I'm working and everything. So I need to scrap it completely, and I'll come back to it later. But that's something that this told me. And so in the notes section, I just kind of wrote out, what is sabotaging my habits, which is late night phone calls. And then I also just needed to adjust my wake up time because 8 a.m. wasn't working out. I wasn't able to be consistent with it. I'm a night owl, so I'm just pushing it up an hour, and I'm going to see how that works. Okay, for my monthly overview, I do a future log. Since I started in the middle of the month, I didn't really have a lot of stuff coming up, especially since I just moved. And so I I was playing with a key right here, and I had a few things that I needed to remember. Calendar, social media growth, pretty straightforward. It's just like how many on the 1st of the month, how many on the 31st of the month. My YouTube channel is brand spanking new, so I literally don't, like, I'm starting most of my social media from the ground up right now. Milestones are really important for goal setting, just to see what you've accomplished in a month. And so I'm actually really excited to have this in my bullet journal because, it's very easy to get wrapped up in how much we didn't do. And so this is a way to counter that, like, holy crap, I've done so much this month. Like, I've hit these major milestones. Done is better than perfect. As I said in the beginning, perfection is a huge issue of mine. So just putting content out there, doing things, getting started, like this video. I'm not going to go through and edit this video. I'm just going to post it and get it done because that's a practice that I need to integrate for myself. And then every month I do something nice for myself. I treat myself, whether it be I'm going to purchase something. This month it was a phone. I desperately needed to invest in a new phone since I work from it so much. And so if it's not something I'm buying, it's something I'm doing for myself, or, whether it be a spa day or whatever it looks like, or, a new piece of clothing that I've really been eyeing. That's what I'm going to start applying each month. And also, just so you know, I kind of underestimated how personal this is. So you are going to see some stickies covering stuff because I don't want to go back and do a whole bunch of editing on the video. So I'm just going to go ahead and sticky it out. On the back of this page, I just made some notes on adjustments that I wanted to make to the next month's spread. Things I want to incorporate, things that I know I'm missing, I just jotted it down right here. And then my daily spreads, I just do the month, the date, and then typically when I wake up in the morning, I do gratitude first, to-dos second, and then I'll show you kind of the evolution where I kind of flipped what I was doing each day. So check boxes are to-dos and triangles are gratitude. And I practice gratitude twice a day. So I do it once in the morning in my bullet journal and then once in the evening right before bed. I also practice gratitude in another notebook that I do in the evenings. So this is one that I carry around with me 24/7, and I will show you why. Ideas are little circles for my key. So what this turned into, so that I can avoid the whole Erin Condren thing that was happening, I start with my gratitude to-dos, if there are any for that day. Thursday I didn't have any. And then if there's any ideas, I can just whip out my bullet journal and start jotting them down. I had ideas for a power hour. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with that. It's just business activities that you're broken down into a specific amount of time. And so you're able to allocate the correct amount of time to each activity so that even if you're only working 1 hour a day, you're still moving your business forward. So I was brainstorming with that, and just doing more dailies. So some days I would have a ton of ideas, which I think is what I'll show you next. And some days I just have a gratitude list and a couple to-dos. It varies day by day. So here was like a really long spread. I started out with my gratitude and to-dos, and that was on the other page. And then it just went into, this is all Instagram stuff that I want to do. These are ideas for my content, monthly content ideas. So it was just like brainstorm central that day. And then I would just go back into my daily routine. So a couple weeks in, I decided that I needed to adjust the type of stuff that I was doing each day. So I do my daily spreads, but I was like, something's missing. And so now I've adjusted it. So I do my gratitude every day, and then I do any to-dos that I need to kind of get off my mind and onto paper. Any ideas I have floating around, and then I do prayers. Anyone that I'm praying for, any resolution that I'm praying for, I do little carrots. So I'll do a carrot. I write out my prayer. So I sit for a few moments, write it out. You know, some days I might have like 3 or 4. Other days I might only have 1, which obviously they're covered up because they're prayers, and their prayers are personal. So I do that. And then the other thing that I do now in my bullet journal is I write down my mantra, whatever mantra I'm working with, 3 times in the morning. So if you understand the science behind mantras, it's really important for you to see it all the time. And so I was playing with mantra ideas, and right now because I just moved, I need to build my client base. And so I write my mantra 3 times each morning. And so each day more and more clients are booking sessions with me, because that's really what I'm trying to manifest right now. So you can see this is pretty clear where I have my gratitude, prayers, mantra. And exclamation marks, I forgot to mention this. That's just events, or like things that I had Pilates at 5:30. That's an exclamation mark, because I physically have to go and attend Pilates. And again, I add a little something. It's so minimalist. I'm like, okay, I have to give it some glitter and a few doodles. And then here I adjusted it further. So now I have the full month. Notes down on the bottom. I'll do anything that I need to adjust to any spread and keep track of what's influencing my habits. Future log, again, social media growth, same thing, milestones, treat yourself. And then I just put my mantra here instead of a quote. So this I kept the same because I really, really liked it. I just did a different font for April. And then the other thing that I decided to add each month, since it's the beginning of the second quarter, I decided to add a quarterly goals section and then a monthly goals section. So I have specific for the period of April to June, and then I reevaluate my goals next quarter, and then April goals are specific to this month. And then this is a pretty typical, like, this is what my everyday looks like. I know that I kind of cropped out a lot. I'm not going to take you through every single day. That just seems like a waste of your guys' time. So gratitude, prayers, mantra, to-dos, like pretty straightforward. And I just have my key for that. So, yeah, that is my bullet journal. If you struggle with organization or anxiety, if you're in college or you're running a business or you're just a really creative person who has a ton of ideas, try it. Try a bullet journal. It's amazing. Like, you can do anything you want with it. It's awesome. You're not locked into like the confines of a box. The Erin Condren is also really customizable, which I've also done with mine, but this I was just able to integrate so much of my spiritual practices. I'm not religious, but it's just being able to have my mantras, my prayers, all of those things all in one space is really helpful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment below and give this video a thumbs up. If you are interested in my Erin Condren, let me know, or what I do for business tracking. Please let me know, and I will talk to you later. Bye.